Kyra Gallivan from MMFN. We're here today with Neil Huntley to talk about the show on the 23rd of October, this Sunday. So Neil, what sort of fights do we have leading up to the main event?
So yeah, Rise of the Elite this Sunday, 23rd of October, RV Stadium again, or RV Sports Village. The undercard then leading into the main events, we've got a stacked card yet again. We've got a few debut fighters from Knots MMA, which is nice. MMA obviously is in there as well as K1. We're mainly K1 and MMA for this show, but the matchups are unbelievable. Straight off the bat, we've got Tyler Spencer, one of our juniors, so he's going to be opening the show against one of the street kickboxing lads. I'm trying to think of his name now. I think he's Christian Such is fighting from street kickboxing. So it's going to be a great junior bout to open the show in K1, amateur K1. Both very well schooled kids. Gabriel's obviously coached Tyler, so he's more than ready. Tyler is, and this Christian Such, he's on the WKO circuit. He's had a boxing bout. I think he's had one skills bout in the K1. So it's a great matchup for two juniors to sort of experience as well on the big show. What we're classing this as now as our big show. But the fight card for Revolution, we've got Louis Malatrat as well. He's actually going to box this time. He's got a slight injury at the minute, so we're trying to look after his injury. So the other kid he was fighting, this Taylor, I think it is. Is it Taylor? Yeah, Taylor. They've agreed from Panda Mixed Martial Arts. They're happy for him to box, and then they're going to look at fighting each other in K1, possibly on the 6th or probably towards the end of the year or the start of next year. So we've got to obviously look after injuries. These kids are young. We don't want them to have lifelong injuries, so we're trying to look after the fighters as well. It's not like back in my day when my coach would just chuck me under the bus and chuck me into a fight, even if I've got no knee ligaments or anything like that, just for the sake of it. So we're looking after the fighters. Louis Malatrat's boxing. We've also got Martin Machine Miles. He's got a tough fight against McKelland, so that's going to be very interesting. He's obviously defending his super middleweight belt, so we're really looking forward to that. Bailey's going to be defending his belt as well. We've got Conor Cartwright coming, so that's going to be a great matchup for him as well, testing himself again. As he's coming off this fantastic win from this prize fighter. We had 3 fights in one night and absolutely smashed it. The kid's on a different level now, and he's definitely going places. Chris Cedar's back in as well, which is going to be good. He's having a warm-up fight before he then attempts a 5-rounder for the cruiserweight title on Ring Warriors, which is on the 6th of November, 2 weeks after. Tough fight against Mitch Turner. Chris is running to the gym. He's stepped it up. His weight's come down to 90 kg, and he's looking brilliant, moving well, and he's come on loads in the last 6 months. And I really like his style. He's put the work in, and it's showing. And then we've got the Thai fight on again. So Emily Kelly is coming back. She's defending her junior Thai title against a girl called Mimi. She's coming right up from down south. This is going to be unbelievable because they do the traditional dance before as well. Everybody was blown away by it. These two girls are phenomenal. So it's going to be a great matchup in Thai. And like I said, we've got MMA bouts. Knots MMA's bringing. They've got Ben Gordon on. He's got an MMA fight against Radoslav. So he's from Nomad Jiu-Jitsu, Worksop Way. The quality of these fights from K1 to MMA is phenomenal. I'm trying to think what else we've got. We've got Michael Benzema. So he's coming from France. Olivier, I did a lot of coaching with Olivier. Olivier helped me with a lot of coaching down at Semtex Daly's gym, and we made a nice bond. Very good friendship with Olivier. He took me out to France, to Paris. We had a meeting with another manager for one of the other shows. We brought a guy over from South Africa, this 36-stone great giant. So I've got a lot of time for Olivier. We've stayed in touch, and he's got a prospect coming over, Michael Benzema, but he's got a hard fight against Hayden Sheriff. So he's coming over for a pro MMA fight, which is brilliant for the show. So we're also still bringing the international fighters over, which is going to be very exciting. And we've also got Chloe Book. She's on. She's got a good matchup. She's defending her title, K1. And we're also, who else we got, Louis? Which one's that? Corey. Yeah, he's fighting him. They've got quite a few. We've got quite a few debut K1 guys from Sabai Muay Thai. Sabai Muay Thai's got a nice Nice few fighters on for the debuts. Not MMA's got the debut fighters on as well. But then we've got the experienced guys that's going to be obviously in the main events for the fights. We've also got Dylan Hart versus Patrick Dybowski. Dylan Hart fought on the last show, hacked this kid's leg to bits at K1. He's actually going to go up in weight, so he's looking for tough tests. So Dylan Hart's actually going to fight Patrick Dybowski at 90 kg. It is a unit as well. Dylan is. I went when I took him the tickets last time. Absolute great unit. So it's going to be an interesting fight against Patrick Dybowski. He's walking around at like 92, so it's going to be clash of the giants for that fight. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's the co-main event. Like I was saying, we've sort of got the top main events fights. We've got Michael Benjamin, we've got Dylan Hart, and then obviously we've got myself and Greg.
Yeah. So the main event, Neil. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it's obviously it's been a hard 11 weeks. I've had to drop 18 kg in weight, which is obviously been tough. Again, got to get my socks in, MrG. But I needed to do it. I needed to do it for myself, health-wise as well. But obviously we've spoke about it on previous interviews. Greg came to me. There's a girl that's obviously got brain cancer. We're trying to help her. We're trying to raise some money for her. It was the last thing I wanted to do was actually do a fight again, but it's actually been the best thing I could do because of my health and everything else, getting the weight off. It's actually helped me, and it's actually realised where my mindset was actually. So, but to also sort of speak to Greg, it's helped Greg, it's helped him in a lot of ways. He's got fit, but the actual main reason to do it for the fact that we can use this platform, we can use probably the only skill set I've got that's I'm good at, to actually raise money and awareness to help a family that a little 7-year-old girl's dying of brain cancer it's the right thing to do. So to put my body through the mill for 11 weeks just to try and like donate some money towards this little girl's family that's struggling, I think it's the right thing to do. Greg's done a fantastic job. His security team that he works around, I think they've chucked in something like 2 or 3 grand already. Obviously I'm chucking in like my ticket money. MrG's offered his services for free, and then we've also like Greg's obviously going to get all the commission off his tickets, so we should raise a good amount. So yeah, it's we're really looking forward to it. We knocked lumps out of each other in the first fight. So I lost to Greg 7 years ago. I took a fight on 10 days notice. I was in a mess. I got cut, so because of damage I didn't go through to the next round. Greg went through to the final, unfortunately lost to Carl Booth. So it's going to be interesting to run it back. I can't wait. We know it's going to be a crowd pleaser, and it potentially fight of the night. It's not ego either for me being the main event. When I fought in December, when I did the one on 3 weeks notice for when my Daz Inc. committed suicide, one of my best mates, I put myself on 4th to get it out of the way, and then obviously so I could look after my fighters. I'm having to coach my fighters first. The reason we've put it on main event, it deserves main event. We're fighting for the cup. We've called it the Lilana Cup. We've obviously raised a lot of money, and we want everybody there for the main event. At the end, we'll both lift the cup together, regardless of who wins. But it will be a very, very, very good fight.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds it.
Yeah.
So where can we find you then, Neil, on social media?
So yeah, Neil Huntley, obviously Facebook. We've got the actual page, Revolution Elite Combat Championships. I'll release this now because obviously by the time this comes out over the next sort of 48 hours, we're not going to do the pay-per-view. We're actually going to stream it live for free. So on the page, Revolution Elite Combat Championships, if you tune in from 6:30 p.m, it's going to be free. It's going to be free on the page. You've got to follow the page, Revolution Elite Combat Championships, and the whole show will be streamed live on the page. So you'll see all the fights. Obviously there'll be a 15-minute interval. We'll probably stop it there. Then as the main event starts, fight again, well, then we'll go live again. So there'll be probably 2 separate streams for it. So if you want to follow the page, Revolution Elite Combat Championships, I'll fill information in on there. Obviously we've got the Instagram page, which is the Revolution Gym, like I say myself as well, Neil Huntley, or Revolution Gym as well. That's a separate page as well.
Lovely. Well, thank you, Neil.
No worries.
So, Kyra Gallivan from Fight Night.